The Battlefield franchise always had a special place in my heart. When I first started playing, Battlefield 3 was the newest installment and I loved it. I always envisioned combined arms combat, huge maps and massive 64-player battles as something that couldn't be done at the time, at least not with the technology we had back then in the long gone days of 2011. But Battlefield proved me wrong, and I'll always remember it for that. I always remember the times when I used to play it on my Xbox 360, cherishing every single day of that 3-month Xbox Gold membership. Fuck you, Microsoft. Time passed and I was disappointed by what the franchise had to offer. I was content with thinking that we had reached the best we could do in terms of graphics. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Battlefield 3 or 4 looked bad. It's just that you could always tell that you were playing a game. It was hard to immerse yourself in the experience, and as such I started believing that there was no more we could improve upon, be it graphics or gameplay. I thought that we had reached the apex of what we could create at this point in time. But then in 2016, this happened.
Услышишь гром и вспомнишь обо мне. Полоска неба будет твердо алой, а сердце будет, как тогда. В огне.
This very game revolutionized the franchise in ways that I didn't think possible, and today, with Battlefield 5 on the horizon, we will be taking a look at what its predecessor did right. We will be recapping Battlefield 1. Operations try to solve a fundamental problem of all games, namely the fact that you never know what you're fighting for. Operations gave context to battles and gave a sense of something greater, far greater taking place.
For centuries, the city of Verdun had been a symbol of French strength. However, in 1916, the defenses around the city were neglected in this quiet sector. But then at dawn, on the 21st of February, a sudden infernal barrage of 1 million shells hammered Verdun, turning it into the Devil's Anvil.
Before the battle, a cutscene would play, detailing the thoughts of the soldiers, showing their fears or what they believed about the events that were about to take place, or that may have happened already in the case that you lost on the previous map.
Verdun survit dans le hurlement des obus. Un énorme rideau de fumée noire s'étend comme un voile sur l'enfer.
Un barrage d'artillerie de cette ampleur ne peut signifier qu'une chose. Il va se dérouler ici une bataille comme le monde n'en a pas souvent vu.
Des déserteurs allemands ayant franchi nos lignes nous ont dit que toutes les permissions avaient été annulées et que quelque chose de terrible se préparait. À la fin du tir d'artillerie, 2 hommes sur 5 avaient été enterrés vivants dans leur abri.
C'est le chaos, la fumée, le bruit, le danger. Nous n'avons plus aucune communication avec le commandement. Nous ne savons plus quoi faire.
C'est à croire qu'1 million d'obus explosent simultanément. Comment ne pas avoir peur?
Verdun is in grave danger. The Germans are on the move in this sector. We expect them to target the village of Samonieu, so we will defend here. Should we lose it, we will fall back to this line by the ruins of La Fontaine. If our defenses fail here, we must retreat through the ravine and unite with our rear defenses on the slopes of Cotes 378.
And at the end of it all, you'd get a summary of what happened.
The defense of Fort Vaux was marked by the heroism and endurance of the French soldiers stationed there. This small garrison repulsed constant assaults of gas and fire and bullets, before physical conditions forced them to surrender. If the Germans had been able to hold the fort, perhaps their assault on Verdun itself would have been successful, and the Western Front permanently breached. However, strategically, there was little justification for the atrocious losses on either side.
Needless to say, the game mode helped give some much needed context to the battles taking place, and it was a much welcomed addition to the game. This is where the game really shines. The amount of detail that went into the game and the quality of the graphics is truly, in my humble opinion, breathtaking. Moreover, I like to point out how your soldier leaves footsteps in the snow, how the bullets make different sounds depending on the surface they are fired upon. And even more than that, how your soldier audibly panics whenever a grenade is near him. Battlefield 4 received some flack for diverging from the classic 1942 theme. Even so, I could never bring myself to hate it, as it fit the overarching theme of the game like a glove. Now, Battlefield 1, unlike its Michael Bay-addicted grandfather, takes the music and uses it to augment the experience. At the start of every round, a different piece plays in tune with the action.
Machine gun, look diamond!
And at the end, it's used to give players the final push to either defend valiantly or attack ferociously. Its effect is even more powerful when combined with the previously discussed operations gameplay. And did I mention that the main menu sound is heart-wrenching? Makes you think about war, doesn't it? Gameplay-wise, we finally have unique classes. The Assault class only has access to SMGs and shotguns, good for close-range crap at everything else. Medics use semi-automatic rifles, effective at medium to long range, and the Support class still has a Rambo LMG. The maps were all memorable and fun to play on, with a few exceptions of course, and even though we didn't get that much customization, every single weapon felt unique and was fun to play with. Operations was, in my opinion, the best game mode, but we still got classics such as Conquest, Rush, and even Frontlines, offering varied gameplay for all kinds of players. While not perfect, Battlefield 1 managed to create an immersive and entertaining experience. I have created many memorable moments within the game, and I have to admit that the historical aspect present within it has sparked my previously unkindled curiosity for World War I. The Frostbite engine continues to become more and more beautiful and powerful with each passing iteration. I have to applaud DICE for what they have achieved and wish them the best of luck in their future endeavors. Even so, Battlefield 5 has big shoes to fill, and by the looks of things we are treading murky waters, with all the controversy and SJW crap. Even if it fails, which I pray that it won't, let's all remember Battlefield 1 for what it was. Let's remember Battlefield 1 for what it stood for. Let's remember it for how it treated history, fairly and with the respect it deserves.